the first to know in Nsem-Pii TV.
7th December na ye kwa koto aba NDC amanyokuo no egu aproboso sanso na NPP amanyokuo no nso egu aproboso na eno na John Dramani Mahama through the campaign and ode ba betu edwa se den time na oye president no and as a vice no Dr. Bawumia etimi ema no questions mako 175 questions say onu enya no na sa question ne de osan eto edema Dr. Bawumia na ono nso ewo question a obebisa Dr. Bawumia but ono ne de obisa Dr. Bawumia 175 rather but obebisa Dr. Bawumia questions mako 5 ope say Dr. Bawumia emra bonten na omra me questions and anona questions be ya yenko tie na fe yentwe reply a Dr. Bawumia so edema John Dramani Mahama.
The reason why we make the point is that it says that constituency. That's the reason why we make the point. Okay, 27 minutes past the top of the hour, 7 o'clock now. There's a fight going on, isn't it? There's a big fight going on. Tell the producer that I've sent him a letter that has just gone to Alban Bagbane. He should get this for us. It's on his phone. Okay. So John Dramani Mahama is heating up his campaign. The former president. He's just put 5 questions out asking the vice president to do something. Have a look at the video.
He posed 170 questions to my vice president, Emisata. He should go and answer the 170 questions himself. Indeed, he shouldn't answer 170 questions. He should answer only 3 questions. 3. Why is the exchange rate 17 cedis to the dollar? Question 1. Exam, he should come and write. Ezu, why has Ghana's debt risen from 120 billion to 767 billion in 8 years? Question 2, he should come and answer. Question 3, why is inflation where it is? Why did it rise to 54% under your administration for 8 years? And then let me add 2 more. Question 4, why did you borrow 42 billion cedis from the Bank of Ghana? Why did you borrow 42 billion cedis from the Bank of Ghana? He should come and answer those questions. We don't need 170 questions. 170, if he wants, he can answer them himself. But Ghanaians are asking him 4 questions. He should come and answer those 4 questions and explain to Ghanaians why we are where we are. The last question is, why has he run away from the economy to digitalization? He used to do big about economy. Today he can't mention economy. It's not in his vocabulary. Anytime he opens his mouth, digitalization. Come and talk about the economy. That's question 5. 5 questions. Tell him. He should come and answer them.
Sayo. President John Dramani Mahama says that Dr. Bawumia here must answer those questions. I mean, I can answer some of those questions. Why is inflation 54% in 2020? It's because COVID and Ukraine and Russia. COVID and Russia. Should I say louder? COVID and Russia-Ukraine war. Okay, all right. But Dr. Bawumia has an answer for him. From what I'm hearing from Bawumia people tonight, Bawumia's campaign tonight is telling me that tell John Mahama, I called and I said, Charlie, I ask questions for you. He says, go and answer. I said, tell him that if you want answers, debate me. That's strong, isn't it? The campaign is charging. He says, answer these 5 questions. Dr. Bawumia says, come to the debate. You are saying you won't come to come to stand in front of me at debate and say, hey, I'm here, you are here. You, Dr. Bawumia, why is the inflation? Yeah, that's simple. Because now Dr. Bawumia is going to answer on a rally platform. Then John Mahama will also ask another question on another platform. Then Dr. Bawumia will go to Bimbila and answer the question. Then Dr. Mahama will be in a Jusu and ask another question. Then Dr. Bawumia will go to Kaswa and answer that question. Then John Mahama will be in Brekum and ask another question. Then Dr. Bawumia will go to Kwetoi and stand there in Adudome and answer that question. Then John Mahama will go to Enche in the Western region and ask another question. We don't want that. We want the two of them, one standing here, one standing here. IEA debate live on television. 25 million Ghanaian voters are watching. John Mahama has a question. Question 1, you, Bawumia. Then that's what we want. Viewers, support me. Send a text to the video. Say yes, presidential debate. So you have 5 questions to ask the vice president. Show up at the debate. Because you can't say you are running away from the debate and you're asking the man questions from far away. You are moving away from the debate stage. Every day you are shifting away and asking questions from far away. No, show up at the debate. Come to the debate. Let's deal with it. Let's see an example of how debate works. If we have forgotten, this is how debate works. Have a look.
Solid evidence that the people of this country have a very clear choice to make on December the 7th. From the NDC, we've heard again many of the same familiar campaign promises which we heard 4 years ago. And they've now packaged them as fantasy and are trying to sell it to us as reality. Fantasy. 4 years ago, they said they would bring unemployment down to the barest minimum. Of petrol and LPG at much higher prices. I lead a team of committed, dedicated men and women who are ready to take on the challenge of transforming the economy.
Now we go to NDC.
Thank you very much.
Including comments, please.
Thank you very much. I want to first and foremost thank the IEA for this opportunity it's given to Ghanaians to get to know who the persons who want to lead this country. An economy that was in deficit. Indeed, the MPP were very relieved. Seeing 3 years it has laid the kind of that it takes to open the opportunities of this country to all Ghanaians.
Actually, now we can all applaud the candidates.
Let's give our candidates a round of applause.
Please say we are not.
So that's debate, viewers. That's debate. You know, Akufo-Addo speaks, John Mahama speaks. So it looks like John Mahama has brought the debate on, and we are excited because we all want to see a debate, don't we? President Mahama says, I have 5 questions for you. He says, come to the debate. Come, show up at the debate. Me and you, all Ghana is watching. Let's deal with it, isn't it? All right, let's take it. We have another story. Yeah, we have another story. Oh, well, that's my favorite story. Tonight we won't do the book. We'll do the book on Thursday. I just told Africa I was very disappointed because we are prepared well for it. But the production is there. We'll do it on Thursday. And on Thursday, I have copies of the book to show you, so that is better, isn't it? Alan Chamatin called me to be his running mate. Oliver Vomaho Mause Baka, lawyer, activist. That's what he told Bolare on Star FM. That's the most. I know it's not true. Viewers, you think it is true? Me, I know it's not true. You will think it is true if you don't know Alan Chamatin. But those of us who know Alan Chamatin and know how meticulous he is, he will never, ever select Oliver Vom. It's not true. This thing Oliver is saying, it is not true. Alan Chamatin did not select him as a running mate. Alan Chamatin will not do that. He will never select Oliver as his running mate. He won't do that. He will not do that. He knows what Oliver is made of, and he knows what he's looking for. And those who know him a little bit know what Alan is looking for. What Alan represents and what Oliver represents is at cross purposes. Alan Chamatin will never ask Oliver Vomaho to be his running mate. This story that Oliver told Bolare, it is untrue. Oliver published on his Facebook page, and it was sensational because he announced that he was going to publish it, and it became quite sensational. He says he has a tape recording. You know, these people, they're always recording something. He has a tape recording of his conversation with Albert Kandapar, the Minister for National Security. What's the time now? Let's see. Okay, yeah, we have time to play. Now, he says that that recording is supposed to indicate that Kandapar, the Honorable Minister for Security, and as he then was Minister for Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, were trying to influence him with money during the time that he was very popular and people trusted him. Now people don't trust him anymore. But at that time, people trusted him when you're talking about fix the country, when there were so many potholes. The roads were bad. Over the last year and a half, many of the roads have improved. But at that time, the roads were terrible and all that. So people trusted him a little bit. And he had met the Minister of Finance with his team, young people saying, fix the country. So everybody thought. Then when he started the megalomania and started calling himself Osajefo, and his own friends at Joy FM had the conversation, I was listening, and they were talking about how he's calling himself Osajefo. And once he lost the friendship with his people at Joy FM and other places, then everybody started seeing the real character of who he is. And once we found out that he has been using different names, that he has worked at Foreign Affairs, he used to work in Ramona Tugube's office for John Mahama, then everybody knew that this guy is not what he thinks, what he says he is. Now, in trying to fight back for that credibility of people trusting him, he publishes a tape on his Facebook social media page where he says, this is a recording of my phone conversation with Albert Kandapaa. And in that conversation, Kandapaa was trying to bribe me. It's 8 minutes long. I'm sorry, it's a bit long. I thought it was 5. It's 8 minutes long. Viewers, after the 8 minutes, tell me whether this means Kandapaa was bribing him. Listen to Oliver and Kandapaa in a secretly recorded videotape.
No, I mean, I think that, and this is one of the things which is important for both of us to stress, that the only way this can work is through a process of conversation, that we understand that the interests are shared. I mean, the question of how we deal with the youth problem is something that unites so many people, you know, and I don't think that this is something that's it's necessarily opposed to or against government or per se, as you have appreciated that the conversations that is going on, people don't want to engage within a party-based framework. And we want to remove the conversation from that sense, you know. If there's been any frustration, it's just been in the initial responses, I guess. But I think we can reset and get somewhere on that.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Now, substantively, it's about how we do that.
Okay.
You know, and I think, you know, perhaps maybe there has been a bit of misunderstanding between us because it is important that even as we engage, there's a sense of legitimacy to what we engage in. And I was saying that, especially with the first meeting, what was going on around is that there was secret and underhand dealings that we didn't want to communicate what had been talked about in the meeting. And you know, in the way in which you communicate with various people who have anxieties and a long sense of distrust, it is important that they feel a sense that, no, you are in their camp. And that's how a lot of those conversations have gone in that direction. So I hope we can put some structure down about that engagement process.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned now, I think the immediate thing is for me to come to Ghana. And how we make that work.
Okay.
So this is where I hand over to you.
Okay, let me put it this way.
Yeah.
You can have my word for it. Your friend, the general, can also be the witness. There is no way that the security agencies will do anything to you if you come to Ghana at all. You can rest assured that that will never be our intention. I will never do that.
Yeah.
Number two, quietly between the two of us, I should have no difficulty facilitating your trip.
Yeah.
In terms of logistics for you to be able to come down. And we can start talking. Probably the two of us can talk. Later, I will want my colleague, the Minister of Finance alone, to join me, and some of your colleagues can also join you.
Okay.
And we can have a series of conversations when we get to the point where we think we should make it public or we think we should enlarge it. We will then go from there.
Okay. In terms of the logistics of my coming itself, I mean, I appreciate the offer, but I think I would handle that. On my end.
No problem.
But I also wanted to have a sense, perhaps, of, initial scheduling, and in terms of the schedule of meetings we were thinking about, because I think I could be in Ghana by Thursday.
Okay. So we can have a first meeting on.
So far, near Anamoa speaker tree at the same.
Let me be very honest. I mean, no, without prejudice. Because without prejudice, and just say, my right say, yes, I make a you. I'm not comfortable. Send your message to them. Send your message. I'm not comfortable. Because you see, the last time that he said that King said, Speaker Fallon said, oh, sorry at law, a very repeatable law claim. I call Fallon some process. And the main process is not Fallon, but suddenly I can come on the Wafalon. Now, somebody of the be about the legal directory of Parliament. Now, directed to the Speaker, Nanyana Council. And the Speaker, may be order say, or Montreal crack and Fanco. We don't do it. Yanyanasa. You don't manufacture your own set rules. We are lawyer here. We are client. You don't, you see, in the one of the Supreme Court, or see, rules of court, rules of procedure are not ornamental pieces. Rules of court, rules of procedure are not ornamental pieces. Court umra, court lishishe, and yet to say, Kawabia, would you good anymore? Obaka ya, or Kawabeshe. Obako, a birthday, I want Papua Beshe. Obeko Wedna, I want to understand. They are not ornamental pieces. This is the position of the law. I mean, how many of us say, okay, what the highest court of the land, maybe I can get. So that the best of all, not service and your proper. Oh, my lawyer, something. Now, lawyer, file motion on notice to set aside. Motion on notice to set aside. Oko expatia on the cassette on notice. It is a seeking candidacy. Planet yet. But if you know best of William, Oko and Oba proof of service. It is a belly for me proof of service. And shall I say, Wabessa will be. It is said, would you say service about family? You file a motion on notice to set aside the service of the record. Sana Belgium. Sana Belgium. Now, young Mr. Speaker, and to the Bibia 7 bed, don't follow them to some Franco. That is a recipe for lawlessness and chaos and indiscipline for us. And can meet from Sir Obedient be na over so some mind about it and answer when despite media group. What's some mind despite media group? Not the cost of security now. In law, it's not a proper service. So the lawyer for despite media group or bank conditional appearance. No, I file a motion to satisfy. You see that? Now, so that is the process. That is the procedure. And this is the control letter. Send a baby abano, then Francois. I think, send a messiah no, and a messiah can kind. Sam at the idea, and a man from so, and the next time. What the course of what? That's prime media about your letter call. What the course of what? A broad investment company. Me actually letter call. And